Hello, a bit of a different live stream today there because we just underway in the weekend's matches around Europe. But I thought I'd go over some of the key upset results that happened just today there. Quite a number of these Champions League sides failing to get their 3 points in a game that they expected to do so. The likes of PSG, Juventus, Dortmund, Liverpool, and also Real Madrid all failing to win their matches on the same day. That is pretty extraordinary. I'm not sure how often that's happened before, but it seems pretty huge. Hello there, Jordy Pluto. Nice to see you. Big man as well too. Yes, Big man is nearly subscribed as well too. And yeah, it was fun to stream last night there with you and also Cards Man 22, and where I managed to score 69 goals in that AFL game. So yeah, some of these huge results for the football games. So it's hard to know where to start, but I'll probably start at some of the Premier League matches and then go with them eventually there. So yeah, the big one, Liverpool and Brighton in the Premier League. Yeah, Liverpool failed to pick up the 3 points in this match here, meaning the title race is very much on, with Liverpool, Tottenham, Chelsea, and also Leicester City all doing bits and pieces. Yeah, exactly. Just the lazy 69 goals. Yeah, I need to step up my game next time around. So we got Jota that scored for Liverpool, and Squab they managed to get the goal for Brighton. And Brighton had lots of different opportunities in this particular match. They ended up having a penalty kick missed. Prior to that, Liverpool themselves had 2 goals disallowed, marginally offsides. So there was 11 shots for Brighton and 3-2 on target for themselves. If we look a bit more in detail, so there's a couple of yellow cards for Brighton in this match for Botman and White. Other people they had Connolly, Welbeck, Mopay, March, Basomba, Bob, Botman, Webster, Dunk, White, and Matt Ryan in the goal in the squad. And they were without one of their key men for this particular match as well too. But it didn't matter, they still were able to get something out of it. And they looked pretty impressive because I was watching all of these Premier League matches here today. The Brighton, Liverpool in full, and the other 3 matches I did it on 2x speed using the full matches and shows websites.com website, in case if you're wondering. For Liverpool, they had the likes of Jota, Firmino, Salah, Milner, Wijnaldum, Takanuri, Robertson, Fabinho, Phillips, Williams, and Ellison in their starting lineup. So that they are with a number of people themselves, but they were able to defeat Leicester City 3-0 at home a couple of matches ago, but unable to get the result here. We'll look at some of the comments. The top comments, well, 14 likes and 53 dislikes. If you go to Google there, Premier League, scoreline and the results. They suppose I should thank Stuart Atwell. Liverpool lost 2 points, but I did win my bet that Liverpool would have at least 1 goal rubbed by VAR. And all things considered, a point is good result when you got a Manchester-based ref in charge. Manchester supporting coach has failed to achieve Liverpool out of 3 points now. Atwell, the FA will give the job to Anthony Taylor next. And no wonder why that comment got quite a number of dislikes there. You can't say that these officials are going to be biased, because if they are, then they'll be sacked immediately, and then there'll be a formal investigation. But what he's trying to say is about the VAR decisions, or with the offsides that went on, those ones are pretty accurate, because they have that big projector screen there when they really wall up the lines across the pitch there to separate any parts of the body that is in front of the ball, so that is a lot more easier to determine. But it'd be good to get more of a clear definition of some of these penalties to get awarded, because it's all up to interpretation, with the referees going over to the screen and deciding themselves after they get word on the air that they might actually get a penalty kick, or they might decide to reverse this decision if they're given it straight away. Seems like if they go to the monitor, all of a sudden they change their minds more often than they stick into this decision. Is the outcome that's happening this season compared to last season? They more often keep with their decisions, so it's all sort of switching over the place and different margins, whether or not it's like accidental handball, deliberate handball. Sometimes you get soft ones given, other times you can grab hold of the player, pull him down, and nothing at all is given. Now, in terms of the scoreline result there, I'd say that Brighton definitely deserved to get something out of this match. They should have definitely scored their first penalty kick because they sent it off to the right-hand side, so it was a completely open goal with the goalkeeper going the wrong way. They just didn't hit on target, so it was awful. So it was quite lucky they had another opportunity at the spots. They also had other opportunities in open play as well too, with Liverpool getting caught on the counter attack and at the back on too many different occasions as well too. So let's go on to the BBC football website there and see what they have to say for this match here. So it says Pascal Gross's controversial injury time penalty rescued a deserved draw for Brighton, though Liverpool still went top of the Premier League. So, Liverpool is still top of the Premier League as things stand there because 1 point was all that needed to go above Tottenham actually. But Chelsea and Tottenham, my Chelsea team, they play tomorrow against Tottenham. So if any one of us wins, we get to go top instead. If it turns out to be a draw, Tottenham actually go top. So regardless, Liverpool will drop down from a top spot come tomorrow morning. What else have they got to say? Brighton's second penalty of the game. Neil Maupay fired a first half spot kick wide at the Amex Stadium. Where's where the leads Mohamed Salah latched onto Roberto Firmino's ball before flying home. It was disallowed for offside for the video assistant referee. And then Jota broke the deadlock with his 9th goal since joining the Reds. He's done pretty well after joining the club from Wolves. And he received Salah's pass before going through 2 defenders and firing into the bottom corner. And we had Sadio Mane believed he sealed the game with a late header for Liverpool, but it was ruled out for VAR for offside. And we made the pay when Andy Robertson kicked Danny Welbeck's boots, with Stuart Atwell awarding the penalty after viewing the screen and Gross slamming the equaliser down the centre. Sometimes if you do happen to make contact, then you might get the wrong decision. Seemed like Liverpool got away with a number of VAR decisions last time around, and them themselves managed to get a number of late goals, so it's a good opportunity to somewhat even out their record this season, it seems. So, Jurgen Klopp, Liverpool boss, was furious when the officials, as they walked over the pitch, and captain Jordy Henderson said he would like to see VAR swept. And the visitors, Liverpool lost another player with James Milner to a hamstring injury, while Brighton had to replace both Maupay and Lallana after only being on the pitch for 8 minutes. So a number of players just ended up dropping out of their squads because of the competitive fixture pile-ups. So they're playing a lot more games in a short amount of time, and there's just the 3 substitute rules still going on instead of the 5 substitute rule that is applied to basically every other league and competition than the Premier League there. So I'll say that, probably should see 5 substitutes in the Premier League, especially with the way that things are turning out to really hamper all sorts of clubs. So Klopp criticised the broadcasters again after placing this game on a Saturday lunchtime after the Champions League game on Wednesday. And we can see a number of these Champions League sides that played in midweek and had to play today ended up suffering the consequences on that one there. So you have to say there is a bit of a trend, but we'll get to those games pretty soon. Brighton got the point they deserved. It helps that Brighton gets a week off from playing the game against They played the game against Aston Villa last time around, right? Where they were able to win on the road. So they go to their home place, get a week off, and prepare for this match. So Brighton ended the Reds' 9-game winning run. So Liverpool got unbeaten in each of their past 12 matches against Brighton, winning 10 and drawing 2. And that's the end of this record. Brighton are aware of that, the win in their past 9 home games in the Premier League, drawing 4, losing 5, the longest one in the competition on home soil. And Jota has scored 9 goals in his 14th appearances for Liverpool, so that is one of the rare plus sides for Liverpool for this game, scoring 8 goals in the past 8 matches. Yeah, what do the managers have to say? Usually it says their comments here. That doesn't really say. Let me scroll down a bit more. Match stats though. Yeah, so we had 11 to 6 shots for Brighton, 3 to 2 on target themselves as well too. So well done for Brighton to get the point there. A late goal against Liverpool is not something that comes on every day there. So that was the Liverpool-Brighton game. Which match should we go on to next? Next up, let's have a look at the siege. Let's take a look at plenty of time to have a look at some of these games, the main ones, and of course, I have a look at other matches around Europe, I suppose some of the expected results as well too. Really struggling this season now in La Liga, with Barcelona struggling as well too. It's a really good opportunity for other teams to step up to the plate and potentially get themselves a real title. Because if you're going to get a title that you haven't won before, this seems to be the season to do it. Also had Joselu scoring for Alaves, and Real Madrid only getting that late consolation goal from Casemiro in the 86th minute. So, yeah, let's have a look, see what they're saying about this match here, because I didn't watch any of this game. Probably catch some of their highlights later on tonight. Would be a good idea. So, Eden Hazard suffered another injury setback as Real Madrid were beaten 2-1 at home by Alaves in La Liga. Hazard making only his 3rd league start all season, was substituted after 28 minutes, so he's barely been involved at all for Real Madrid and continues not to do much. So that is a big loss because he was one of Chelsea's players, of course, before we made the move over. And he was one of the best players ever, you have to say as well too. So Lucas Perez, 5th minute penalty kick for Alaves in France. After a bit the thing, Guedia's header struck Nacho's arm. So then Joselu then slotted into an open goal after keeper Portar. Bad pass before Casemiro's late consolation goal. 3rd league game without victory for Zidane's Real Madrid side sees them 4th place on the table, 6 points behind Real Sociedad and Atletico Madrid, and 2 behind 3rd place for Valencia. Yeah, so here's the talking point about Eden Hazard. So he joined Real Madrid from Chelsea for a fee of in excess of 150 million from last season. Has made just 27 appearances and he's missed the start of the season with a muscular injury in the White League and managed 3 appearances before testing positive for COVID at the start of November. So it's been a tough transition period for him moving over to Real Madrid there. But maybe once he's able to recover and play properly for Real Madrid, then he can score some of the goals that they desperately need in their side to challenge the likes of Real Sociedad and Atletico Madrid. It seems like are going to be the favourites to win the La Liga title this season, has to be said. It's seen a few goals, undefeated, and they've still got a couple of games in hand as well too. So with 3 defeats, Real Madrid have lost as many times after 10 games this season as they did in 38 in the 2019-2020 title-winning campaign. So that says it all, doesn't it? They have lost as many times as they did last season, and we're only a quarter of the way through. Next up, they got to play Shakhtar Donetsk in the Champions League group. and victory will see them progress to the round of 16. So extra games here is not going to help their cause in the league standings, because might have to play a few of their key players for both matches, and that might affect them dearly. So Real Madrid, as things stand in the La Liga table, they win 4th, 5 wins, 2 draws, 3 defeats, 6 points behind Real Sociedad, 6 points behind Atletico Madrid, though they do have a game in hand to get further away from them. So that's the Real Madrid game. Let's go on to some of these other matches then, because Madrid, Liverpool, disappointing, has to be said. Okay. What else do we have? And mentions about Lewandowski scores as Bayern stay top. Bayern Munich had a difficult match themselves, coming from behind to win that game, but we won't cover that one too much. So go on the sport website there, might make things easier and a lot more smoothly for you guys whoever else joins this live stream and talks about these specific games. So Liverpool joined against Brighton 1-1, and Alaves 2-1 winners against Real Madrid as the matches that we covered so far there. So let's cover the other games. So yeah, Juventus, that was another one, against Benevento. So Juventus and Benevento, that was a 1-1 draw. So Morata, he managed to get on the score sheet in the 21st minute for Juventus, scoring first. Benevento, they equalised just before half time with Flex Easy in the 45th plus 3rd minute goal there. And then Morata sent off right at the end of the game in the 97th minute. So Juventus, they've been joined a lot of the games so far this season. Their 5th draw in 9 Serie A games. So he has Gazzetta Lazizzi levelled on the stroke of half time with a volley from Arthur's half clearance. Paulo Delabar missed a late chance to win the game, and Juventus had Morata sent off for dissent at the final whistle. They won 9 consecutive titles. Juventus have won 9 consecutive titles as things stand. Is that going to come to an end this season as they look for number 10? Just like it seems like Celtic's 10 title streak is not going to happen this season as well too. Number of the clubs has been dominating year in and year out this season is going to be something like no other, because of what's going on with the COVID. If anyone gets COVID in the squads, isolates key players out, more injuries involved, more games involved, so a lot more random results popping up. Yeah, it has to be said. So we had 16 to 8 shots for Juventus and 5 to 3 on targets, dominating the possession. But for whatever reason, unable to win this game here is good old Gaetano Alexia for one of the most famous goals in Benevito's history, newly promoted sides on Serie B for Italy. It's nice to see some of these quite upset results, unless of course you are a Juventus supporter. In this case, not a good day, not a good season for you guys so far. Juventus currently in 5th, 4 wins and 5 draws. They're still undefeated, just too many draws, costing them dearly at the moment. Got themselves 17 points, only sit 3 points behind AC Milan, though AC Milan do have a game in hand to stretch it out to 6 points themselves. AC Milan being the only other club in the division to go undefeated. 6 wins and 2 draws for themselves there. So maybe this could be AC Milan's season. It's interesting to see AC Milan and Inter Milan, the top 2. So whenever they play the Milan derby, they might actually really play the Milan derby, but when they play the second match, Milan derby, later on in the season, that could be a pretty huge title decider potential game there. But let's not get too carried away. Juventus unbeaten and not too far off the pace, so they could definitely well and truly still catch up to the top of the table. Okay, so let's go on to the next one here. Dortmund's losing against Cologne here at home as well too. So Cologne very struggling in the Bundesliga, and yeah, they would have been extreme underdogs for this match, probably like something like 11 or 12 to 1 last time I think I saw the odds. So yeah, unfortunately I did went for Dortmund to win, so I missed out on scoring a number of points in terms of my point scoring predictions there. If you check out the Bundesliga predictions, you get involved that way. Just like Carvin White has, and also some other people got involved and made their picks as well too. So we had Shaqiri managing to score 2 goals, or Ski Huey scoring 2 goals there for Cologne. And we had Torgan Hazard scoring a goal for Dortmund, but not enough there. So I mentioned Borussia Dortmund lost lines on Bundesliga leaders Bayern Munich as they fell to defeat against Cologne. So it's Ali's Shaqiri scoring the twice for the visitors. It's their first win of the season. Jesus. And put an end to the 18-game winless one in the competition. So this is a team that's been struggling to even get points, not able to win a match whatsoever. Goes to Dortmund, bads themselves for 3 points here. So Tunisia's midfielder Huey's goals came as he left unmarked at the back post from corners in either half. So that's just a killer when you have the set pieces coming in and you're just completely open, no one's covering you, and of course you have a very good opportunity to go ahead and score the goals here. So let's make it difficult. Man-to-man marking in the corners is the best way to do it. More so than zonal defence marking, when you have to mark a particular spot, because that gets a little bit confusing and always people can run around and find open areas. So I say man-to-man is a better system, but let me know your thoughts on that there. So we had, what else do we have for this game here? Torgan Hazard's responded for Dortmund, but Lucien Favre's side failed to find a late equaliser. Favre once again brought 16-year-old Josef Koko, who became the youngest person to play a professional match in Germany with his appearance last weekend with 22 minutes remaining. And yeah, Erling Haaland has been scoring all the goals there for Dortmund, including scoring 4 second-half goals in the 5-2 win against Hertha Berlin last time around. And yeah, he didn't score whatsoever in this match here. Shot wide and closing stages failed to add to his 23 goals in his first 22 Bundesliga matches on this occasion. So he's scoring more goals than he's been playing matches. They definitely needed him to turn up once again here and save themselves. So Dortmund, they had 16 to 6 shots, but only 5 on target each. So that's another poor result. And we probably should touch on the Bayern Munich game against Stuttgart, because Stuttgart were good money for this game here, taking an early-ish lead in the 20th minutes with Kola Bailey. But yeah, Bayern Munich fought back with Koeman, Lewandowski, and Poster late on in the game. So it was 2-1 at half-time. Stuttgart had a number of opportunities in the second half, but Bayern Munich did manage to finish this match off. So Lazinia Bali swept in for Vasilis, Wema Gituka's excellent low cross to put Stuttgart ahead on the counter-attack. And then Kingston Coman level for Bayern Munich, and Robert Lewandowski's powerful strike completed the first half turnaround. Philip Foster was denied a second for Stuttgart 1 minute after Coman's equaliser, as Koulibaly was retrospectively penalised for a foul and robbing Bayern Munich keeper Manuel Neuer of possession. Yeah, that's right there, because he managed to just grab the goalkeeper of the Bayern Munich player, as the Bayern Munich keeper Manuel Neuer was not a good performer, it has to be said, in this match here, as he got robbed of possession and then he did end up scoring, but VAR got involved and ruled him out of that goal there. Hello there, Tournaments. Thank you. Got the congratulations messages there with my achievements last night on that AFL game that I had no involvement whatsoever, but I was sort of joining on in the chat, getting involved, and somehow they just put me as the star man, and the player on the AFL Evolution app there, did his bits and got 69 goals in total for me. So, yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, so Bayern Munich got the 3 points in the end on this match here. So we'll go on to these other big performing sides that didn't manage to win. So PSG, they were held against Bordeaux, 2-2. Pembele with an own goal for Bordeaux to kick things off, and then Neymar and Keane, a couple of goals in 2 minutes for PSG to turn around and come back. But second half, Adley managed to get an equaliser for Bordeaux. So yeah, PSG held by Bordeaux before Wednesday's Champions League group game match against Manchester United. Another big game for themselves there. Neymar's equaliser with a penalty, his 50th goal, and France's top flights after Timothy Pembele's own goal has given visitors Bordeaux the lead. Moise Kean's 6th goal since joining on loan from Everton for PSG heads before Yassine Adili levelled. PSG have dropped 5 points in their past 2 league games there. This is the side that's basically winning every game week in, week out in France. All of a sudden come to a halt and a couple of draws to really keep themselves with a bit of a battle to do. 86 disposals as well. Yeah, that was pretty impressive. I was cheering you on for my 75-inch TV that cost me $200. Yeah, I was hearing about that when they were mentioning you got the $200 TV from the Black Friday sales. Just bear with me there, Talk Man and everyone else, because I got to bring in my dog that's barking outside, so I'll be back pretty soon. Stay in. Bailey. Come on. Bailey. Alright, I'm back, and we got Toys Man XP8 here as well too, so welcome to the live stream. I just had to get the dog back in, but we're talking about some of the big upset matches in these European competitions today. So PSG and Bordeaux was a 2-2 draw. We had Cologne 2-1 winners against Dortmund. Brighton, they were joined against Liverpool 1-1. We also covered Alaves 2-1 results against Real Madrid, and I think we still had the Juventus Benevento game, which was a 1-1 draw. So we'll cover that game as well too. So Juventus, and we did cover this game as well. Alright, so we covered all of the big matches in these European competitions. So what we do now is there was also the FA Cup match between Chorley and Peterborough, 6th division side, taking on the League One side, Peterborough. They managed to get the win as well too. So you can go and bit details on that. So any other matches that you want to have a look at yourselves. But those were the main ones anyway. So we can just go through some of the scorelines and answer any questions that you guys might have. So Chorley 2-1 winners against Peterborough, 6th division side, beating a 3rd division side coming from behind as well too. So the likes of Taylor over the screen for Peterborough. And we had Hall and Carverley scoring the goals for Chorley in the second half. 14-11 shots for Chorley and 5-4. Chorley. 5-4 shots for Peterborough as well too for themselves. So Chorley into the third round when they might end up taking on Chelsea there. Alright, so what do we got? Pretty standard comments from Toys Man. No, we don't want that. No, we don't want that. Shut up, Toys Man. Are you just jealous you didn't 69 goals? Yeah, exactly. But I keep kicking to Nathan because I wanted to knock him out by hitting the ball in his face. So when you're fighting my mum, well, when the COVID situation is over and that we both agree to the terms and conditions and the hosting venues and all that, so it'll probably be quite a few years from now, as we said. Make sure you guys hit the like button on this stream as well too, will be greatly appreciated. So yeah, from a part ago, there were 2-0 winners against Lincoln City. Portsmouth, they destroyed Kings Lynn 6-1. Blackpool 4-0 winners against Harrogates. Cheltenham 2-1 winners. Oldham 2-1 winners. Exeter City 3-2 winners. Newport County 3-0 winners. Yeah, so pretty reasonably standard results on all the other FA Cup matches. There is still more games that is on tomorrow. Be interesting to see how Darlington gets on, Oxford City, and Marine, and Canby Island. Some of the very low sides still all left in the competition. Geez, would you agree? Okay, but she's going to Mike Tyson you because you are a gay bitch. Fair enough. Do you, Nasta? I like how you guys end up coming in with these other words to say what you're trying to say, but you don't want to. Probably not allowed to say the actual words there on YouTube because you probably get flagged. So you come in with the soundings to say what you have to. So the other Premier League games today, there was lots of Manchester City. They were 5-0 winners against Burnley, and I managed to call that one spot on. So they went with a 5-0 win. So it was pretty remarkable, and it's like a third or fourth time in a row at Etihad, Manchester City wins by exactly a scoreline of 5-0 against Burnley. The other scoreline results, I didn't end up seeing the correct team winning the game at all. So, work to do there. But good old Mahrez scoring a hat-trick for Manchester City in the match. Had Mendy and also Torres. So I would have liked Burnley to get something out of the game because they do have the New Zealand striker Chris Woods in their squad, and they're currently struggling in 18th position into the relegation zone as West Brom picked up a huge 3 points against Sheffield United there today, with Gallagher scoring the only goal for in the game in the 30th minute after Sheffield United absolutely bossed the opening 5 minutes. And there were so many shots for both sides, 21-17 for Sheffield United in that, 65 on target for West Brom, and more importantly, they got themselves the winning goal in the end. To all the Man, your friends, Nicholas Garr should get cancer for being gay. No one should get cancer at all there, Tweez, man. It's not something we're after. You guys got any other questions or any other matches to look at? Because we covered the main games. Being Benevento Juventus was a 1-1 draw. Brighton Liverpool 1-1 draw. PSG Bordeaux 2-2 draw. Cologne 2-1 winners against Dortmund. Alaves 2-1 winners against Real Madrid. I mean, of course, there's so many other matches that happen today and stuff, but not sure if you guys want me to cover them. I'll cover them in the near future anyway, with the next match day predictions underway very soon. Why would you say that to Nicholas Garr, toys, man? Why shouldn't they? No one's hit the like button yet. We could also talk about Chelsea and Tottenham. They play tomorrow in the Premier League, so it's a good opportunity for my club to go top of the table at home against Spurs. Of course, it's not going to be the easiest match in the world. We do have a really good head-to-head record against them. And we do have a number of players that can score for our club. But Spurs themselves scored 21 goals. We scored 22 goals. 9 goals conceded for Tottenham, 10 goals conceded for Chelsea. So it's going to be dependent on whether or not Harry Kane and Lucas Moura and all that is able to find their shooting boots compared to the likes of Tammy Abraham for us and Pulisic and Mason Mount and all that we got in our team. For 500 subscribers, you should chug a whole carton of chocolate milk into a dance. Yeah, well, the idea was to do some drinking the chocolate milk here to man, so could come up with some new ideas, and not necessarily a carton, also just a glass or a bottle. That's, yeah. Can you swear as loud as possible? No, no, I won't do that there, Toys Man. I'm not someone that swears at all. So, each to their own. I'm not scared. I'm just, I don't really see the need to do that. So it's just nasty language and it's been religious Christian type of thing as well too. So just choose to not go along those routes and drink a whole six pack in a minute. Yeah, I'm also not a drinker there, please man. So have to be something like chocolate milk or juice or water or something like that. So you can drink and gulp it quite fast. No, not scaredy cats. Just different drinks. Just different drinks, just not the alcohol type. Unless you're talking about like a six pack of water or something like that, which could happen. Why am I Why am I so scared to drink a six pack? You mean a six pack? I'm not scared to do it. I just don't want to do it. So there was a difference. Chelsea boss Frank Lampard makes Harry Kane transfer prediction ahead of Tottenham clash. Interesting. It was 2 hours ago. Yeah, maybe I should just have a look into these news for the latest game, the big game of the weekend. Chelsea boss Frank Lampard believes Tottenham selling Harry Kane will be the same impact that Eden Hazard's departure had on the Blues, which is shocking because Eden Hazard hasn't done anything for Madrid yet. But in terms of the price, tallies 150 million for Eden Hazard. Chelsea splashed the cash after Hazard's exits, spending over $220 million for a whole bunch of other players to improve their talent. Oh, hello, we got Editor Combs play in here as well too. Nice to see you. How did you get 69 goals in that AFL? Hiko, yeah, you're one of those asking lads. I was just able to get the ball quite a few times, and once I found my shooting boots, I was able to just get them all on. That was 69 goals. 69. He should have got a mean 79. Cancer instead of 69 goals. No, it was 69 goals. Yeah, it was 69 goals. Maybe if they had me scoring for the whole match, I would have got 79 goals or even 100 goals in fact there. So, um, just one of those days, the players have. No one else was scoring the goals, so it was just all me. And, they were able to find me amongst everyone else that was scattered in amongst the goalpost there, and I was able to just slot it all away. Can I punch the computer as hard as you can? So you want me to finish this live stream soon? I might finish the live stream soon there, Toys Man, and then you can just imagine that I'm punching the computer and then the stream just finishes. How about that as an option? Yeah, so Kai Havertz, 72 million. Yeah, the keeper coming in for 72 million. Yeah, the keeper, goalkeeper option for Chelsea didn't work out well. But it's good old Mendy coming in for Weems as turning things around, keeping a lot more clean sheets for us there recently. Morata for 59 million, Pulisic for 57 million, and Fernando Torres for 52 million. Probably should have done an extra stream there, just talking about the Chelsea and Tottenham match, to be fair. Just punch it softly for giving yellow video quality. What yellow video quality? And it'll be normal colour. Was that just the background? That's just the wallpaper. See? That's the wallpaper or the paint. Oh. Alright, so I think that might just be about it, guys, unless you have anything else to say. So those were the upset matches results there for today. I'll be back again tomorrow talking about other league divisions. We can have other conversations, other ideas and such. Can you run as the wall as fast as you can? Okay, it sounds like Toysman really wants me to be hurt, and at the moment I have been hurt in the past in terms of my leads. Still slowly recovering and able to walk like 3 times a week, half-hour intervals. Yeah, I practice for the park run right at the moment. Yeah, doing some stretches and walking, and then doing some slow jogging on the spots as the next week's plan. And then slowly trying to get back into it with the insole shoes coming in on my feet as well too. So just have to stick with the program on that one, and just avoid any extra whacking and jumping and all that. Otherwise, that's just going to set me back for a number of months. Lift 69 kilos. The most I can lift is probably if you stretch it to like 30 kilos, because I weigh about like 74 kilos, so that would be lifting basically almost my whole body weight, which is pretty difficult. I mean, it can be done, but I'm not the strongest person in the world, and they do say anything over 25 kilos should be a 2-person lift. So trying to stick with those sort of practices so I don't get a sore back, because I do get a sore back occasionally. And if I do drop on my foot, that would definitely hurt a lot. You weigh 400 kilos. Wow. Didn't know that. I'm pretty sure it's around 70, 75 there, because if I was 400, it would be all the way out over here. That's how you know then I'm like 400 kilos. Because my body's like this, so there's no way, unless I'm all of a sudden like 10 meters tall, to make up for the weight the other way. I'm just 1.83 meters and that long and that wide. So yeah. Huntsman is K Huntsman. Oh. Nice, so thank you everyone for tuning in. If you haven't hit the like button yet, it'd be good to get those numbers up. But that covers the games there for today. We'll be back again tomorrow. And so try to catch up with the park run results for this weekend there. Since Toysman XV8 reminded me of that. I need to the posting of that video a lot earlier than I have been doing to keep it much more up to date. And talking about these other European competitions, once they finish some of their weekly matches, who do we have finishing the 30th of November? So the likes of the Bundesliga, Liga 1, Eredivisie, Championship, the National League finished their games today. So those are the sorts of leagues that we may be covering there tomorrow to try and keep everything up to date. And you desperately need to change that decision and hit the like button instead there, Toysman, so that more people can come into the stream and watch along. Also need to do some more videos about the best player signing names up to the Premier League clubs there into the semi-finals, and then we can go over and do the finals and all that. So there's quite a few of those ones that still need to be done. And of course, there's a number of different ideas that I have in my head they haven't got around to doing as well too. And you will not change it. Are you sure? Are you sure? It'd be good to change it, but I guess that is your decision. If you don't like this video, then I guess the right thing to do is hit the dislike button. I hate to say it, but that is the truth. Alright, thanks everyone for watching. Thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.